Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Adobe Live. I'm your host, Clady, and I'm here today with the wonderful Creative Cloud Express. But first of all, let me say hi to everybody that is joining here in chat. I can see the lovely Cody Bear, General Kenobi, Noorsh, Anika, Sean, lovely to see you. And also we have our wonderful Paco in the chat. Lovely to see you, everybody. Of course, don't forget and join the live chat on both behance.net/live, but also the wonderful YouTube channel created specifically for the content and for Adobe Creative Cloud Express. In the YouTube channel, you will be able to find many tutorials and how to use this wonderful app. But in fact, let's get started. Today, we have a very exciting stream, and I will show you how to create standout Instagram post and advert to make sure that your business stands out from the crowd on social media. So let's jump on Creative Cloud Express. And for those of you who are just starting, the right place to start is just simply head into your browser and then type express.adobe.com. So let me just jump in my computer real quick so you will be able to see how does it look like. So this one here, first of all, is the main website for Creative Cloud Express. Again, if you're new to this wonderful, amazing app, you will discover how easy it is to make so many graphics. Again, for your social media, for your logo, anything. If you're starting a business or you have a side hustle, or you just want to make sure that you get your video right or your post right for anything related to your business, well, this is the right place in which you can make sure that everything looks professional in just a few clicks. In fact, you will have access, and you will dive in just a second, into wonderful fonts, part of the Adobe library, and also many professional photos, graphic effects, and so much more. So if you want to have a general idea and you've never used this app yet, make sure to just type Adobe Creative Cloud, and you will be directed Adobe Creative Cloud Express, and you'll be directed into the main Adobe website, in which you'll be able to see all the wonderful features. But if you want to come and follow along and work with yours truly on this project today, as I say, the right link to go is express.adobe.co, and I'm going to zoom in into my machine so you will be able to actually see the actual URL. So it's express.adobe.com, and in fact, we will be able to work on web. So you can access your design, you can make anything you want, anytime, anywhere, just simply head into any browser of your choice. So as long as you have internet, you can make some magic happen with Creative Cloud Express. And don't forget that this is also a free app available on your mobile. So all you have to do is to download the app, and you will be able to create your wonderful professional graphics. And then you can, of course, publish them also directly from your mobile or save them. So in this day, we're going to focus to a specific shop. I choose a nail polish. If you know me, if you follow my stream, you know that I like to change my nail polish. I was talking with my lovely nail technician, Kelly, and she was asking me so many tips all the time, like, Clady, how can I make a post that looks nice? I don't know how to take really good photos. And I was like, you know what? I have the answer for you. Come and join me on Behance or on the Adobe Creative Cloud Express, and I will show you how to do so in less than 30 minutes. Hello, everybody. I can see so many people joining. Andreas Holder, lovely to see you. Bruce, Sean, everything went well. Thank you. Garrett, lovely to see you. Iana, yes, of course, you can also do videos. You can see, in fact, let me point it out real quick. That's a lovely question. Yana, you will be able to access and merge videos or edit video thanks to the quick action. So if you see from the home page, you can access different projects. So you can add animation with your text, with your images, or just have a video clip that you can edit. Right, but let's start from this project. I'm gonna show you right away the final project. So that's the final result that we're gonna be building today in probably like 20 minutes. And of course, I'm doing this because I was inspired by the lovely Kelly that was asking me how to create advert for a shop. But you can start using the same path and the same workflow with the same tools, but you can just choose it and do it for your own business. And I look forward to actually see what you create. So it doesn't have to be nail, it can be anything you want, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to get started. So in this case, you can access many professional templates. You can also start from scratch by clicking on the little plus. Actually, it's not little, it's a big it's a big plus icon located at the left on the page. But in this case, I will show you how to use the templates. All you have to do is to search Instagram advert, and you will be able to browse over 20,000 professional, beautiful looking templates just to match your mood. And that's the beautiful things of Creative Cloud Express. As you can see, we have a ton of wonderful creative adverts that are ready for you and to adapt to your shop. So you can right away decide if you want to go for something that has got more of an illustrative look, or if it's got, you know, some main typography, or if you want to use some images. So right away, what I will suggest you to do when you're working with templates is to identify what sort of feature will represent your brand and your shop correctly. In this case, perhaps for a nail shop, we want to make sure that we have some nice textures, maybe something, you know, glitter or gold, and of course a nice photo of a nice manicure of something that is related to the actual shop. So there is a question in the chat. Patrick is asking, are all free templates? So Patrick, all the templates that are here, some are free, some are not free. You will see the one with the little crown icon over here are not for free, although if you are an Adobe Creative Cloud user, so if you already have your Adobe AD and if you use Creative Cloud, you will be able to have access to all the content. Otherwise, you can just have the subscription for the premium content, which is, again, as I say, the one with the little crowd icon. Otherwise, everything else that you can see here is actually free. Now, those are, as I said, over 20,000 template. I want to use exactly the one for the final result. I'm going to go ahead and have a look, and hopefully we're going to just see it real quick. Otherwise, I have saved it in another page just because I knew that then we will be encountering many templates. And now you can also, don't worry, forget to narrow down your category. So as I said, I just use Instagram adverts, so that was of a much larger and broad. So don't worry, you can narrow that down, that research down, and filter it thanks to the category. So here, as you can see, we have posts and stories, but you will be able to jump to the category post or stories, and Adobe Creative Cloud Express will automatically narrow down your research and then just directly to whatever you prefer. So make sure to use the categories and also topics. But as I say, I had this one ready to go. As you say, it was the same research. So Instagram advert, you can put any sort of keyword. So if you run a pizzeria or a pet shop or a gym, just make sure to use the exact keyword, and you will see that Adobe Creative Cloud Express will narrow down, filter, and direct you to the content that works best and will reflect your keyword. So this is the template that I used for my design. As you can see, it tells us that right away there are 880 remixes. So those are the time in which this template has been used. And in order to get started and work with this template, all you have to do is simply create, click on create from this template. And you will see that Adobe Creative Express will open up, and the template will be there already for you to be used. So the first thing that I can notice in this template is that I have space for a photo. Everything is already nice and organized. I don't have to worry about any layout. I have a question from Patrick coming in. Patrick is asking, can you import the templates directly in Adobe programs? So Patrick, you can create assets, then you can import, because we do have access to the libraries here inside Creative Cloud. So you can access all design assets also from your library, but those are separate files. So whatever you create in Adobe Creative Cloud Express, then it gets exported into download as a JPEG. So it gets rasterized as a flat image PNG if you're looking to create a logo or anything that has to support transparency, and of course JPEG to have a better compression and which will not have transparency. So it's time to start creating. Let me show you how you can easily modify this template in order to achieve the result that I showed you just a moment ago. So as you can see, the structure almost remained the same, but I also started to play a little bit with the elements. The first thing here was, of course, to replace the photo, and that's super easy. All you have to do is to click on it to select it. You will see that we have white bounding box around the image. I'm going to zoom in so you can see them. Those bounding box will allow you to scale the image if you wish to resize it by clicking and drag it on anywhere on the corner of the bounding box there. RB, lovely to see you. What's up? Welcome in the chat. Again, we have 20 minutes together, so take your time and feel free to ask questions. As I said, always, Adobe Live is a safe space to learn together. So pop your question in the chat. I look forward to see them, and I'm actually going to jump on the other side of the screen so you can have a look at all these settings that we're going to explore in just a second. Fantastic. Right, so in order to replace your photo, you can use your own images, but what if you do not have a budget for a photographer, or maybe taking photos is not your best skills, but you still want to have access to some professional content? Well, all you have to do is to select the image and click on the replace button located on the top of the setting bars that you can find on the right of the screen. And in just one click, you will see that the photos panel will open up on the opposite side of the screen, just in this case, right behind me. And again, here we have a very useful search bar that will allow you to input any keyword. So again, you can keep going and use the same theme. Again, if you used pet shop or pizzeria or pizza, whatever is the keyword that reflects your specific shop, make sure to use that keyword in there. So in this case, I'm going to use nail or nail polish, and hopefully we will see that we will have access to many images. Now, the one that do not have the crown are the one that are for free, while the one that have the crown are part of the premium content. And there are so many images here. I'm just going to scroll down because I want to see if I find the exact one that I used for my specific project. Again, you can also add more than one keyword. So for example, you can use the word blue or any other specific color, or you can narrow down your research as much as you want. And if you just see a few images, you just have to wait a moment because they will load the more you scroll down. So the more you scroll down, the more you will see the image loading. And then all you have to do in order, once you find the image that you prefer, I'm looking to see if I can find exactly the same one, but otherwise we're going to go with any other image. In this case, perhaps I can choose this one over here. All you have to do is to click. And because we access the photo by clicking on the replace button, once we select a photo, we will be able to replace it in just one click. So see, all I've done is simply click on replace here at the top and then clicking on the image that I want. And of course, you can go ahead and try as many as you want. You do not have to just choose one. As long as the replace is still highlighted, can you see at the moment is blue, you can go ahead and try and pick other images there. It looks like that I actually found the original image that we were using in the main template, in the main image that was also the thumbnail of this video today. Here we go, we managed to use the right one. And once you're done, all you're left to do is to click away, and you will see that the image get deselected and also the image panel will close. Now, if you want to add an image and perhaps you picked a template which doesn't have an image, all you have to do is to click on photo and boom, the panel is there. You can upload your own photo, or you can again use the search bar to search the Adobe stock library and access any images you want. Now, this text, I'm not going to use it, so all I have to do is to click it and then delete it, and here we go, it's just gone away. And something else that I need to fix now here are the color palette, because when you want to create something that is there to use for your business, you really want to make sure that you create a coherent and consistent color palette. So everything look cohesive, is nice to recognize. So for example, try to think about the interior of your shop, or maybe the color of your website, or the color of your Instagram main image. Your theme, your color theme is the one that you want to represent and use. Or maybe if you're creating a promo that is a seasonal promo, so for Easter or maybe Christmas time or summer, try to choose a palette that will match the theme. Now, we choose this photo, which has a blue palette. Of course, we know that beauty spa salons are usually trying to convey emotions of calm and peacefulness. So I just thought that this blue was just right, perfect. It looks also very elegant, and I thought it was the perfect color for this shop. So just try to think the choices that you make. And also don't forget that everything is editable. To edit the background, just simply click on it, and then from the edit background, you will see the option will pop up right away. Once you click on the background, you will be able to choose any color palette that you want, or you can also select any color directly from the image by clicking on the eyedropper icon. Let me zoom in so you can see it nice and bold in there. So once you click on the eyedropper tool, you will see that these little circle will come up and it will enable to choose any color you want. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and select the color of the nail polish, and in just one click we will have the same color coming up. Oh, great. And all we're left to do now is to add some filter effect to our images. Like in this case, we have this texture with the paper behind, which is green. You can leave it green, or you can also bring it inside the color palette, perhaps by changing the color using the filter. Now you will see that this panel here changes every time that you click on each subject. So here you can choose any color you want or any filter you want. If you colorize it, you can also choose all the different color that you can use, and you can also have different enhancement in terms of contrast or brightness. But don't forget, as much as we've done with the image, with these other images, you can replace them or add other graphics, and you can do so by heading to the design assets. And in here, something that I think it matches very well the idea of a nail polish and color is a splatter of watercolor or acrylic, because I believe that the actual nail polish is actually acrylic color. So if you go here, you will be able to access different palettes and different colors that you can then apply and use. I also try to match with a yellow just to give it a little bit of contrast. I'm gonna go and select this one over here. And once you select any of the object, you will see that they will appear right away inside your design. And all you're left to do is to resize it and turn it whatever side you want. But look what happened, because we are gonna add this graphic now at the very top, so it's the last addition inside our design, is gonna show above all the other graphics. How do we bring it backwards? So you have two different methods. Either select it and simply click on this icon that will allow you to change the layer order, so you can just bring it down or bring it to the very bottom. Or something that is even more visual and easy to do is to click at the layer stack here, and you will be able to manually select the layer and then bring it wherever you want. In this case, all is important for us is that it's under the text and the text placeholder. Now all we are left to do is to perhaps add a little bit more splash of gold. Let's see if we go under brushes, we find some nice metallic brushes, maybe some gold here. This looks almost like a nail polish made with a nail polish. And again, you just have to resize it and place it anywhere you want. And I'm just gonna use it over here just to cover that little edge of the image. We just wanna make sure that everything looks nice and organic, so we do not have that cut of the photo over there. And we may wanna bring our butterfly on top again, just simply by accessing the layer stack. And all we're left to do is to edit the text by clicking on the text. You will see that the panel on the right side will change right away in order to edit the text. And Patrick is asking, are these photos from Adobe stock? If yes, do you need a subscription, or you can use the crown one? Patrick, is exactly the same. Everything with the crown is available on a premium subscription, or simply as long as you have access to Creative Cloud. So if you're using Illustrator, Photoshop, Lightroom, any of the app, you will be able to access any of the images. Otherwise, you will be able to access all the one without the actual crown. And I can see Sean dropping the link in the chat. Thank you so much, Sean. And as I said here, all you're left to do is to edit the text. So by clicking on it, and then from here, you can write whatever you want. So for example, coming store for 20% off. Coming store this week. So you can run a promotion. You can literally write whatever you want, and you can also change the text, so you can pick any sort of type that looks better with your font, with the font that your brand use. You can resize it, and look, the text looks like is a little bit too kind of to attach to each other. The lines, the line spacing is a little bit one next to each other. So you can click on this little icon, and then you can just make the line spacing a little bit higher, just like so, giving some breathing room to the text. And because the text inside is inside a circle, it's nice to align it to the center. It looks a little bit too big. We can also make it a little bit smaller. So maybe 100 will look fine, and then you can adjust it as you prefer. And you can keep building and using and adding many more layers as much as you want. So for example, let me just show you how to change the color or something like that. So the butterfly looks nice, but I maybe want just to have a black and white option so it doesn't distract from the other elements. And again, in this case, because this is an image, it's not an object, so it's not like the background where you just apply a color. The way in which you can change it color is by applying a filter. And you will see right away that by using the duotone, you will be actually able to apply any color you want. So again, you can use the eyedropper color and apply the same color that you have inside the design. Or even better, as I say, you can just apply a grayscale and then place your butterfly here where we have a little bit of just the edge of the image showing up. And maybe we can make the color, the watercolor a little bit bigger as well, and maybe just reflect it so we do have the drops that are just far away from the end, and make the butterfly a little bit bigger, just like so, so it's in between the text and the image, and you're pretty much done. Now don't forget that you can add as many elements as you want. Of course, you can change the color of the circle exactly like we did for the background by using the filters and using any other color you prefer, and you can access much more wonderful content by using the design assets. Let me show you something that I find really amazing. These design groups blow my mind. They're so exciting. They are free for you to use, and they are a combination of images and graphic effects, illustration, backgrounds. They're absolutely mind-blowing. So for example, just click on it in order to bring it up. We have 1 minute to go. We're almost there, and you will see that these are grouped of different assets will pop up. In this case, all I have to do is to click on it. You will see that it's a group because it has a blue bounding box. Click on ungroup in order to ungroup the elements. I'm going to select the image of the woman and delete it because I don't need it. And then I'm going to go ahead and ungroup this other graphic. I do not need the background, but I kind of love all these little splash that we can use here. And then you can use any other or the elements if you want. In this case, I'm going to delete it and just use one. So you can use it together or simply select any little elements of these wonderful groups that you like, and then you will be able to adapt it to your design and again, change it as much as you want. So, lovely to meet you, Andreas. Thank you so much for joining us in this stream. We're pretty much ready to go. This is ready to be posted online. Now, if you are working on the app on your mobile, you will be able to send it right away to your account. You can just literally publish your post and your advert straight for Creative Cloud Express. But if you're working like myself on a browser, on a desktop, all you have to do is to download your asset, and you can use a JPEG. Now, a quick tip: if you want to use anything that has got transparency, remember PNG. But also, if you are remember the PNG compression is a little bit larger than a JPEG. So it's nice when you have photos with, like, for example, big landscape with very small details or very tiny text. Otherwise, JPEG is the most common one. It makes your file much larger, although it loses a little bit of detail. So depending on which sort of final output you will need to use. In this case, for Instagram, a JPEG compression, so a JPEG file would be absolutely fine. All you have to do is to select JPEG and click on Start Download, and you will see that automatically this asset will be downloaded on your machine. Here we go. It's saving inside your machine, wherever you want. I'm just going to drop it on my desktop, and it's there, ready to be shared with the world, ready to be emailed to your phone or airdropped to your phone, and is ready to go on your feed in order to promote your shop. I look forward to see how you're going to adapt your design and which sort of template you're going to be using. And don't forget to rename your project here. So you can call this one Instagram post or whatever you prefer. And that will be very useful because, as you can see, Adobe Creative Cloud Express save as you go. So you will be able to access also the past versions by clicking on the back arrow key to undo anything you want. But most importantly, when you head back to your home page, you will see that all the recent projects that you worked on are there available and ready to be edited over and over again. And unfortunately, it's time to go. Can you believe it? That went way too fast. It was an absolute pleasure to be here. Don't forget to head on behance.net/live to see all the wonderful live coming throughout the day at the beautiful Adobe Live. And don't forget to go and check out the YouTube channel for Creative Cloud Express. It's absolutely filled of mind-blowing techniques and how to in order to use Adobe Creative Cloud Express to make sure that your shop stands out from the crowd. It was a pleasure, and I hope you enjoyed this app, and we're going to see each other very soon with more Creative Cloud Express. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for joining, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.